Hello and welcome to Stampy's lovely podcast for the 5th of February 2013. And I got something slightly different for you in this podcast. Unfortunately, I'm by myself. I don't have any special guests this week. But hopefully I will be okay by myself and you're not going to immediately click off this podcast. But I am doing things differently. I've got a bit more of a niche podcast here. I'm sort of aiming this podcast at a very specific group of people. And if you're not in that group, there's a good chance you won't enjoy this podcast and should probably go and listen to something else while you're playing Minecraft or while you're trying to fall asleep or while you're driving in the car or whatever you happen to be doing right now as you're listening to this. In this podcast, I'm going to try and give you a definitive guide on how to be amazing on YouTube. No, only joking. I'm gonna give you my version of what you should do to try and make as good videos as you can on YouTube. And I'm not going to give you my style. I'm going to just sort of say, like, I don't know, just sort of how you should go about starting a YouTube channel, or if you have already made a YouTube channel, how you should try and grow it. And I'm sure there's a big group of you that immediately, as I said that, started thinking, oh, why do I think, like, I should listen to you? Like, why do you think you know everything? Like, I understand I've still got a small YouTube channel. I haven't made it, inverted commas, yet, but I have been making YouTube videos for a very long time. I don't think many of you realise how long I've been doing YouTube for, because my second channel, the Stampy Longhead channel, hasn't been going for all that long. And I think a lot of people kind of think that I started with Minecraft and sort of things grew from there. But I had been making videos for a lot longer on another channel. I did a lot of Halo and COD videos. I've done a lot of reviews, and I've run online tournaments. I've done, as I said, reviews. I've done all sorts. I've done so many different genres of gaming videos. I've done news videos, I've done tutorials, I've done like the whole spectrum. And at the end I kind of started doing Let's Plays, and I was very inexperienced with Let's Plays and I had to kind of learn how to adapt that style. But in the end, it was kind of the one genre I hadn't done, the live recording Let's Play type of video, is the one that kind of seemed to work for me and allowed my channel to grow to the size it is now. And I'm happy for that. So what I'm going to do for this podcast, I know it might be a little bit boring. I mean, if you have no interest in making YouTube videos, then to be honest, you probably shouldn't listen to this unless you just want any sort of background like noise voice. Then you should probably click off. I don't know, maybe you're trying to get to sleep right now and you wanted something boring like to listen to help you get to sleep. And if that's what you want, stick around. But if you are trying to start a YouTube channel, then get your little notepad out, take some notes down, and hopefully I can help you out. Don't take this though as like a guide to get a load of subscribers. That isn't what this is. There's a load of videos that kind of try to promise how to make it big on YouTube, and they all say like the same few things. And to be honest, if you're expecting like a secret little tip at the end of this video where I say, and you press this button and you're going to get thousands of subscribers, that is not going to happen. If you want to earn a lot of subscribers, you're going to have to make good videos and you're going to have to earn them. You know, there's no other way around that. But hopefully this will sort of help you get on the right track and sort of, I don't know, just help you out if you're starting with YouTube and try and answer some questions that you may have had. And hopefully I'm going to sort of pose a few questions and like talk about some things that you might not have thought of before and sort of try and make you look at a few things in a different way. And I've split this podcast up into 3 different chapters. And chapter number 1 is about what you should do before you make your first videos. And that's where I'm going to start off now. And I think the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what is your reason for wanting to make YouTube videos? And I'm mainly talking about gaming videos here. Like, everything's mainly going to be about like either reviews or Let's Plays or gameplay commentaries. Like, you could apply some of this stuff to other videos, but that's really what my focus is going to be on, because that's what I know about. That's the reason why I'm going to talk about it. And I think there's 2 main reasons for wanting to start doing gameplay commentaries. The first one is fun. The idea of making gaming videos seems fun. You probably watch a lot of gaming videos if you listen to this podcast, and you think like, that seems like that would be jolly good fun. I wanna have a go doing that. I want to see if I can make it. And the other reason, which is becoming a bigger and bigger reason for a lot of people, especially recently, is money. And a lot of people say like, if you're going to make YouTube videos and you only want to get money, then you shouldn't do it. And I don't think that's right. I think if you love gaming and you want to make videos and you think you could do it as a career, I mean, that's better than working in an office, isn't it? Well, why not go for it? They're like, a lot of people seem to think it's very dishonorable, you know, and kind of a bit cheap if you only want to make videos for money. And I don't think it is. And to be honest, if you want to make YouTube videos for the purpose of making money and you don't care as much about how much you enjoy doing it, I think it's going to be a lot harder for you. I think if you start making videos for fun and that's your only purpose, I think by default your videos should be better than someone of the same skill level, but they're trying to make money, because they're going to be thinking of it from a business perspective. And I think for this, it helps to think about it from a creative perspective, or like a fun perspective. Like, if your aim is to have fun, then if you're doing a Let's Play video, the chances are the videos are going to be a bit more entertaining and a bit more fun and not as boring as someone that's trying to make money. But that's not saying if you do want to go into YouTube for making money, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying try and make it fun. If you are solely, you think, right, my lifelong ambition, my goal in life is to get paid for making gaming videos on YouTube, if you're completely set and dedicated to that, great, but make it fun for yourself. Make sure you enjoy it. Otherwise, you're going to lose enthusiasm and you're going to like wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I've got to make another video so I can earn that 20p that I'm going to get from the like ads revenue. And you're not going to keep doing it. Your videos are going to get worse. They'll probably get shorter. You're going to rush them. You're going to try and upload a video every single day, even though you don't have time because you want to get more money. If you make it so you enjoy it and you're actually excited when you're about to record a new video, then the chances are your videos will be more entertaining. And in the end, there's a good chance you could actually get some money out of it. So I think once you've decided what your reason is, really evaluate whether you're going into YouTube for the right reason and with the right mindset. And then I mean, my big suggestion though is if you are on the fence about should you start doing YouTube videos thinking like, oh, so many people are doing, or if you're worried about will your mates at school or at work make fun of you because you're doing gaming videos, I recommend if you're in that mindset, just do it. Just start making some. You don't have to tell people about them. If you make only 2 videos and then never make any more, it doesn't matter. You've not really lost out on anything. Like, I say that if you're on the fence and you are thinking about it, then you've obviously got to be interested enough to want to do it. So just go for it. But, I mean, I think the big boundary for a lot of people, especially if you're hoping to do console gaming videos, is there is a little bit of a money barrier. And it's not a big money barrier. There's things you can do to get around, like buying expensive capture cards and stuff. But a lot of people are put off about the idea of buying, like, recording equipment and buying editing software. And maybe just the confusion of it all about what should I buy, what software do you use, or I don't know much about video, I don't know what file type, I don't know what resolution. I think that can be a big barrier for people. And if you want to do videos on console, I mean, there's a good chance you're thinking of maybe doing Minecraft Xbox videos just because you're listening to this podcast, but anything on consoles, you do want to be doing HD. You can start off in SD, standard definition, as a practice. That's what I did. My first videos were all in standard definition. I bought a cheap little capture card, an easy cap, and I made a few videos. They were all in standard definition. They're all a bit rubbish, and I never uploaded any of them. I was never happy with them. I had fun making them. I made them with my mates, and I did it as a practice. That capture card, because it was rubbish, then broke, and I was like, you know what? I haven't even uploaded a video yet and I'm still having fun. I'm going to go out and buy a HD capture card. I upgraded to a HD PVR and I now do HD videos. So why not try doing something like that? Buy a cheap, like, standard definition one if you can't afford an expensive one. You can buy them for so cheap now and you can just make a few videos for fun. If you want, upload them. Get, like, into the practice of uploading videos and titling them and stuff. But don't worry too much about if you're not getting views. And then once you're ready, upgrade, because I know that a lot of people that make videos are younger, and even though like £150 or whatever isn't that much money for someone working, you know, they can earn that like every week, but for a lot of people it's a big investment. So maybe ask for it for Christmas or your birthday and like explain to your parents what it is that you want to do and say about how it will help your confidence or whatever, or you can make money or something like that. Make it sound more appealing than just another gaming device, you know. You want them to look at it as something other than just like buying a controller or another game or something. And then when you're ready, upgrade to the HD capture card, and then you should be ready to make videos. But there are a few questions about what capture card should you buy. I use a Hapag HD PVR. I think it's pretty standard. There is a Hapag HD PVR 2, and the advantage of that is that it uses HDMI cables, and there's also like Elgatos, and there's so many. There's the Black Magic, and there's a lot of them, and you can do your own research. I've done the research before, but I've kind of forgot it all now, and there's different advantages to each one, but bear this in mind. This is something that you need to think about, because the HD PVR 2 uses HDMI cables, which is good because it's digital, the quality is amazing, and it's faster, and all of these other great things that make it better than component. But the problem is that there are some privacy issues. I know with the PlayStation 3, I think you can't record in 1080, and on Xbox you can only do it at 30 frames per second, and I think that there's a good chance that the next generations of consoles might have some sort of copyright privacy blocker on HDMI cables. So what I'm doing is I'm sticking with my HD PVR, and I'm going to see whether there are any problems with HDMI recording with the next generation of consoles before I upgrade. So that's just something that you want to bear in mind. But to be honest, I'd go for just the HD PVR 1, the original, because it will be cheaper. And if you're starting, it's not gonna matter that much, that little finite difference in quality, because once you put it on YouTube, you've compressed it anyway, and it won't look as good as your pure recording. So to be honest, the quality doesn't matter that much. Just get whatever's affordable. And if you're looking at like the standard edition and the gaming edition, don't worry too much about that. There's not really any difference. It's got a different light on the top, and I think you get some different cables that you don't really need. But to be honest, just get the standard edition if it's cheaper. It doesn't matter that much. The other big investment you may have to make is a microphone, and you do want a good microphone. It doesn't matter majorly, as long as people can hear you and you're not like crackly, then people should still be able to listen. But it's just nicer to have good audio quality, and once again, once it's on YouTube, it's going to be compressed a little bit, so don't panic about it too much. For things like capture cards and microphones, everyone always seems to get the same type. Like there's the Blue Snowball and the Blue Yeti are probably the two most popular microphones, and I think just some big YouTuber mentioned that's what they use, and now everyone like and their mums has brought like the Blue Snowball. I've never used it, so I'm not going to vouch for it. I mean, a good thing to do is just look at big YouTubers and see like what they use, and then just listen to their videos and see whether you think it's good enough quality. I personally use a Rode condenser microphone. It's RODE spelt Rode, and it's a studio microphone. And the good thing about this mic is it uses a XLR cable rather than just like straight USB, which means it's not like completely digital. So in that respect, it sounds a little bit more like a radio microphone, like the microphones from people like you'd expect to hear on the radio, or like even at gigs and stuff. Just using an XLR cable just makes things sound, I don't know, a bit warmer, I think, rather than that more really high quality but digital sounding sound that you get from just a like USB mic that you're going to plug straight into your computer. But because of that, it is a bit more expensive, and it's a bit more awkward because I've got like a fast track M audio thing, which is basically like an adapter, and I plug that into my computer via USB, and then I plug my microphone into that, and that also powers the mic as well, using something called phantom power, which is basically powering something without a separate power supply. And so it's a bit more awkward. If you do want to look at what microphone I use, if you just send me a message, I can send you a link to it. If I can, I'll maybe link it down below somewhere in the podcast. I'm never good at doing links with podcasts and stuff. But in the description down below, I try and get a link there. And if it's not there, send me a message and I'll send you a link. But it is a bit more pricey than something like a Blue Snowball, and it is a bit more awkward. But I don't know. I just think having good audio quality is quite important when you're doing gameplay commentaries. I mean, the only thing you're really adding is your voice apart from the gameplay, so you might as well have it sounding good. And it's also good to have a shock mount and a pop shield. A shock mount is basically just a mount for your mic, which means that if you knock it, it won't make too much sound, and basically nothing is really touching the mic, so you don't get any like scratching sounds or anything. And the pop shield is basically just to stop that popping sound in your voice, and it just I don't know, I just think improves the quality for if you're going to change your volume a lot. Like, say I'm walking down the road and then a creeper comes out from behind the tree. My normal response is to scream, as I'm sure many people's are. And on my old microphone, that would cause a hell of a lot of problems. It would basically, it wouldn't be able to get all the information for the high volume. Like, I'd go, ah! And what you'd hear is like, it would like distort the quality. But on this mic, I can scream at the top of my voice, and it won't affect. Actually, let's prove this now. I actually have an air horn, or like a foghorn, with me, and it is really loud. It actually has instructions, and you should protect your ears and content under pressure, and it's bloody loud, so you have to take my word for this. And I'm going to do it straight into the microphone. I might bring the audio level down a bit, just so I don't deafen you, but I've warned you anyway, and you should hear the sound really well anyway, so let's have a go. Okay, so that was a foghorn straight down the microphone, and it shouldn't have lost any quality. That's what this mic's really good at. It's good for when you speak quietly, being able to pick up your full voice, and then when you raise your voice, you shouldn't lose too much quality when you shout, and it just sounds nicer. It means that when editing, I don't have to spend so much time going through trying to sort out audio levels, and any small thing you can do that just makes editing easier and quicker makes a massive difference in the long run, especially if you're uploading like multiple videos every single day. Any small thing that saves some time during editing is amazing. And the final thing I want to talk about before I actually get on to making your videos and how to become like famous and an international superstar on YouTube, which is going to be in chapter 3, I'm going to talk about your editing software, and that's something that people often ignore. When you get your capture card, they usually come with some sort of capturing software, but that doesn't mean that's the only software you can use. You can look around and see if there's other things available. Also on Mac, if you're a Mac user like me, don't get put off by a capture card if it says you can't use it on Mac. I use the HD PVR, which isn't technically supported on Mac, but I did actually download a program, which I did have to buy. I did have to pay for it. It didn't cost very much, but I did have to pay for it, and it's called HD PVR Capture, and I use that to capture my software. So if you think your capture card won't work on Mac and you have a Mac, or vice versa, then look around for a bit and just see if there is an alternative like program or different software you can use to capture. There's also another one you can use for the HD PVR, which is actually supposed to be better on Mac. I think it's called like, I'm thinking easy. No, it's called like ITV, something along those lines, and you can use that program to capture. And the good thing about that is you can do it so it's got like a delay, so you can be playing and your program's on, and then something amazing happens. Even if you weren't recording, you can like go back a few minutes and then like record it afterwards. I haven't used that program just because I got HD PVR capture straight away, and it's ridiculously reliable. In my whole time making videos, there's been one occasion when it's failed to capture. And I record a lot of videos, and a lot of very long videos, and the fact that it's only once failed to record and like meant I had to do the video again, I think's amazing. And to be honest, that day my room was very hot. Maybe my Xbox overheated, or I knocked the wire, or something went wrong that was my fault rather than the software's fault. So because of that, I've always stuck with it, and I think the quality looks great anyway. I mean, you can judge it for yourself on YouTube, and that's it compressed on YouTube. Like the raw footage I record looks even better. So I have no reason to change that. I'm set in my ways with my editing software and stuff. And when it comes down to actually editing, I mean, there's a few different options. I'm going to assume that you use like Windows or a PC. The most common that people use is Sony Vegas. And I mean, I can't vouch for it. I don't know anything about it because I'm a Mac user, and I'm pretty sure it's not on Mac. I mean, once again, it's kind of like the Blue Snowball, the microphone. Like, because some commentators use it and they mention they use it, I think now everyone uses that software. It's not the only thing available. There are better programs that can do more, and there's simpler programs that are easier to understand if you know nothing about video editing. I mean, most PCs should have Windows Movie Maker anyway. If you're making Let's Play videos where you're recording video and then recording commentary and then just syncing your audio with the gameplay, then you probably don't need anything more advanced than Windows Movie Maker. And I mean, all you need to do is sync up your audio and then like put a fade in at the beginning and the end, and then that's it. I mean, if you want to make a fancy intro or do anything more advanced, then yeah, maybe upgrade. But I think anywhere where you can save money, if you can get free editing software, then go for it. Go and try and get it, and don't worry about shelling out the money for Sony Vegas or risking trying to pirate the software, which you really shouldn't do anyway. It is illegal. If you're wondering what I use, because I'm on Mac, and if you're a fellow Mac user, I use a program called Final Cut Pro, and I would strongly recommend it. I use Final Cut Pro 7, which is an older version. There's actually Final Cut Pro 10, or Final Cut Pro X as people are calling it, which is very different to the old version. So if you see Final Cut Pro 7 and then 10, there's a very big difference, and I've never used 10, but apparently it's pretty rubbish, so I'm sort of sticking with 7 for now. But it's very expensive. I got it cheaper because I bought it while I was at uni and I got like student discount on it, but it is very expensive, and I'm sure you could pirate it if you really wanted, but I mean, as I said, you really shouldn't do that. And if we're also on Mac, Adobe Premiere is a good option. I think that's on Windows as well. And if you want really top advanced stuff, if you want to do maybe montages or something, look into Avid. Avid is kind of like an industry standard piece of editing software. When I went to ITV, which is like a TV studio, like a TV channel and studio in England, which is relatively big. It's on terrestrial TV. I went there, did some work experience, and I say 90% of all of the computers, all of the editing suites, were all using Avid, and about 10% were using Final Cut Pro. So Avid is pretty industry standard as well for feature films, not just TV. So if you really want the high-end stuff, look into that. And it's actually not as expensive as you might expect. So there are multiple options. If you're just doing Let's Play videos and you're just syncing audio with video and you don't want any fancy effects, either use like Windows Movie Maker or like iMovie if you're on Mac. If you want the upgrade, Sony Vegas Pro is a good option, or like, is this Sony Vegas Pro? Something like that, Sony Vegas, whatever, on Windows. And on Mac, I mean, maybe look into using Final Cut or something like that, or Adobe Premiere would be like the next step up. And that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about in terms of getting set up. So if you followed my guide very quickly, you should have like enough equipment that you need, and hopefully you haven't broken the bank, and yeah, you should be probably decided about what you want to do and sort of how you're going to go about it. And in chapter 2, what I'm going to talk about is making your videos, making your first gaming videos, or if you're already a YouTuber and you're already making videos, maybe a few things to think about in terms of things that you could either improve or change. And I'm not saying that like your videos are rubbish and mine are better than mine, so do it my way. I'm just sort of going to try and give you some more things to think about, just so you could maybe reevaluate the way you're doing things and just see things from another YouTuber's perspective. And so I'm going to talk all about that in chapter 2. Okay, so chapter number 2, making your first videos. I guess the most important thing, actually no, this isn't the most important thing, but the first thing you should think about when you're making your first videos is to decide what type of videos and what games you're going to play. As I said in chapter number 1, I've played a lot of games and I've made a lot of different types of videos, and there's some which I did because I enjoyed, there's some that I did because I thought they'd become popular, even though some of them didn't, and there's some that I did as work experience, as practice editing, things like making montages or more edited videos, you know, like reviews and that. I can sort of spend a lot more time working on cool transitions and the pacing of a video. But ultimately for me, what worked in terms of what got me most like viewers was Let's Play videos. And don't think that whatever game you start uploading and whatever style of video is going to be you for your time on YouTube. I think being able to adapt to the times and being able to adapt to yourself as you develop your skills and you sort of lose interest in games and gain interest in other games, I think that is a good way to not maybe like boost your popularity at the start, but at least to mean that you're going to last for longer than most people when like other people are losing interest or sort of slowly losing the amount of views they're getting. Like you see a lot of people that have like 10,000 subscribers and they get 500 views per video, and something isn't right there. That is not a good ratio. And so the first thing you need to decide is really what game do you like playing. And say, for example, you like playing Minecraft and you absolutely love playing Minecraft, you're addicted to it, you play it all the time. Make videos on Minecraft. Make videos on whatever game you love. Say if you love playing Halo, make videos on Halo. If you like playing Viva Pinata, even though the game's been out for 5 years and no one's talking about it, make videos on that game. But bear in mind, if you want to get views, then you need to make videos on games that are popular or at least have like some sort of cult following or like a niche audience. If you are making videos on Viva Pinata, you've got to bear in mind there's not many people right now searching into YouTube Viva Pinata Let's Play. Like, if the videos are entertaining and you already have an audience, people might watch them and sort of get into the game and it could become a successful series. But when you're starting off, try to, even though you can upload whatever you want and do upload videos that you're enthusiastic about, do upload popular games as well. Some game that's come out recently, maybe do a let's play of BioShock Infinite when it comes out, because people are going to be looking for videos on that game when it comes out because it's a big release and it might kind of fit well into the whole let's play format. So I recommend having a mixture of uploading gameplay on games that you really enjoy and games that are going to be popular, so you can be making videos that you're enjoying and you're enthusiastic about while still gaining an audience. And if you're lucky, the games that are popular and people are searching for will also be games you enjoy and want to make videos about. Like, I was very lucky with Minecraft because I loved Minecraft. I fell in love with it as it became popular on Xbox, and it kind of worked at the same time. So I was making a lot of videos on it because I enjoyed it. At the same time, a lot of people were searching for videos because they also enjoyed it. So it kind of worked well for me. But you don't want to get stuck only uploading one game. Like, I get sent a lot of messages from people saying, like, why are you uploading Shadow of the Colossus? Or, like, why are you uploading Ico videos? Those games have been out for years. No one cares about them. No one's searching for them. Why do you bother uploading them when they all get, like, I don't know, only 100 views each? And my answer to that is kind of what I've just said earlier about uploading what you want as well as what's popular. But my thing is, I don't want to get stuck in a niche. I don't want to be Stampylongnose, the Minecraft guy, because if I'm Stampy plus Minecraft, that's what my channel is. When Minecraft starts to lose popularity, then I'm going to be sort of stuck, like, going down with it, you know? I'm going to be going down with the Minecraft ship. So I want to have people watching my videos because they like me and they like my style of videos, rather than the fact that they like me when I play Minecraft. So that's why I'm always going to continue uploading more than one type of game. That's why I normally have several Let's Plays on the go, because I don't want to get stuck in a niche, and I strongly recommend that you don't either. I mean, it can work in your favour when you're starting, like if you're known to upload this type of game and people keep coming back because they want to see more of that game. It can help it at first, but if you really do want long-term success, I recommend you play lots of different games and post videos of a lot of different games, just so you don't get stuck in that niche, and you can sort of grow and adapt, like, with what games are coming out and with new consoles once they're released and stuff like that. You want to stay relevant so that when people are searching for stuff, there's a good chance one of your videos is going to come up. You know, you don't want to let other people get those stuff if you're still uploading gameplay on a game that came out 5 years ago or something. In terms of, like, if you're doing, I'm talking a lot about as if you're doing Let's Plays here, but this does sort of carry across to other styles of, like, standard gameplay commentary where you record the commentary after you play the game. But my big tip for commentary style is be you. Don't create a character. Don't try and be, like, an over-exaggeration of yourself. Don't try and be cooler, you know. Don't go about your day speaking like this normally, and then when you go to do a commentary, go like, hello everyone, this is Stampylongnose and welcome to a video. You know, don't try and be cool, and don't go in the opposite. Don't go wacky. You know, you can be funny, you can be entertaining and enthusiastic, but don't go wacky. Don't go over the top. Don't go like, don't start your videos going like, right, okay, I can do this. Let's psych myself up. Ready? Let's do this. Hey, guys! Welcome to the Let's Play video! What are we going to do today? Who knows what we're going to do today? Oh, look, there's a cow out the window. Oh my God, there's a cow. Cow's going to move. You know, don't be like that, because I mean, it's fake. It's not genuine unless you're actually excited and laughing, and you can say silly jokes, but don't put on this over-the-top clown joker character, because the problem with that, even though it might work for a bit, once you've done that, that is you. That is your character. When you want to suddenly do a serious video, or you're a bit tired one day and you're not in the mood to make sound effects or like farting noises, then you got to keep doing that. Once you've set that character of that's who you are, you got to stick with it. And I don't know, you'll be acting. Some people will tell it's fake. Some like people won't, and they might enjoy it. But I strongly recommend, when you're going to do your commentary, don't think about it too much. Know what you want to say. If you're doing a Let's Play Minecraft, know what you want to do, know what you want to build if you want. I mean, you don't have to. It could be completely like off the cuff, but you can like plan to a certain extent what you might talk about, but don't plan what you're going to say, and don't be a character. Press record and speak into the mic like you would be speaking into some, like, to your mate, you know? Just imagine you're talking to a person. Don't think about it as if you're talking to a microphone. Don't think about it as if you're talking to a crowd of people. Don't start your videos going, "Hi everybody," like, "Hello all my listeners." Don't say that. Say hello. Say hello like you would say hello to someone else. And I know I go like, "Hello, this is Stampylongnose," and I say it like in a bit of a weird way, but during the commentary, I speak as if I'm chatting to a person. Like now in the podcast, I'm speaking like it's me one-on-one talking to a person. And I think that really helps. It makes you more relatable. People like sort of perk up a bit more. Like if you're talking like you're addressing a group of people, people can phase out. But if you kind of sound like you're having a conversation, even though it is one way, then I think that people get a bit more engaged and ask questions. Like when I'm building a house, I might go like, "Oh, what do you think? Does this look okay?" And people in their heads are going to be answering those questions, even though they are rhetorical. It kind of keeps people engaged. So yeah, make sure you be yourself. I mean, be positive, be happy, don't moan. Like there's so many people, like when I used to do Halo videos, and like I'd always try and keep them positive, and I'd talk about the problems and that, but I'd always try and do it in quite a positive way. And there's so many videos I used to watch for like Halo and COD videos, and they're just moaning. They're going, "Oh, the spawn system's rubbish, this gun's overpowered, this is rubbish, oh, why doesn't Bungie or Treyarch or 343 Industries or Infinity Ward, why don't they sort it out, they don't support anything and this map's rubbish," and like they're just moaning about stuff. And yeah, okay, the noob tube in Call of Duty might be overpowered, and in Halo it might be rubbish because you can only have instant respawns and stuff like that, but saying it over and over and over again isn't going to change anything, and moan about it, and ultimately it doesn't make it interesting or entertaining videos. I mean, if you're objective about it and you're saying like, "Oh, this is what the problem is and they could do this," and you're just sort of talking about it without getting like all worked up and like sounding like you're really whiny and moaning about it, then that's fine. You can like, I'm not saying be fake and only talk about good things and ignore problems with games, but just don't moan for 8 minutes, because people don't want to listen to that. Well, not many people want to listen to that, and I don't know, it can kind of just drain on you just listening to so many commentaries about that. So I mean, especially if you're doing a Let's Play video and you're trying to entertain rather than inform, do try and be positive. I mean, as I said, do be yourself. Don't be this wacky character. Be yourself. But if you're in a bad mood, yeah, say if you're just woke up, you're a bit tired, you didn't get much sleep because there was a loud bird walking outside your room or something, and you wake up, you're a bit grumpy and you can't be bothered, and you're like, "Oh no, I should upload a video today. I suppose I better get on Xbox and record something quick then." Don't do the video. Don't record that video, because you know what? That video will be rubbish. If you're not in the mood to make a video and you can't be bothered and you're tired and you're just doing it because you know you probably should and you want to become famous on YouTube, so you're going to make a lot of videos, that's how you do it. No, don't record the video. Save it. Do it later in the day. Have a coffee. I don't know. Chat to a mate for a bit, get your mood up, or just leave it for that day. Have a day off where you just go on Xbox or PC or PlayStation 3, whatever, and just play for fun. Get your mood up, and then tomorrow, maybe you'll suddenly have a great idea for something that you could do for a video, or you'll just be in a happier mood and therefore create like a happier video. Like if you make a rubbish video, and you probably will, I've made them. I've made loads of rubbish videos, but if you make a video and you're like, "Oh man, that was awful, I kept mucking up my words, I got nothing done, nothing funny happened, I had like 25 seconds where I didn't say anything because I couldn't think about what to say." If you do a video like that, don't upload it. You don't have to upload everything you record, and you might think, "Oh well, I've just wasted 20 minutes recording that video, like I'm not just going to delete it." Why not? Because if it's not going to be a good video, like, and you upload it and it gets loads of views and they're all going to hate on it, then you're just going to feel bad and you can't really argue with it. Like, there's so many times I've recorded videos or done retakes of commentary and I've just gone, that was rubbish. Like, what's the point in uploading that? If it's not good and you're not going to be proud of it, or at least make sure that it's to a certain quality level where it's not, people aren't going to look at it and think like, oh god, why did I subscribe to this person? Then just don't upload the video unless you think it's like good enough for you. You know, have a quality bar for what you think your video should be, and then every few months just move that quality bar up a little bit and sort of say like, cut out all of the worst stuff. And hopefully if you keep doing that, your videos will just keep getting better and better and better. And also in terms of speaking positively in that, be mature and don't say hateful things. Like, there's so many videos that seem to be like arguing with other commentators, or like saying, oh my god, I can't believe this person's so popular, he's so rubbish, or like maybe like someone in the comment section says like, oh, I don't like your videos, and then their reply in a video going like, oh, and why did Crazy Man Snipe 1245, why are you dissing my channel? Why? Don't respond to trolls, you know, don't reply to any of that stuff. Be positive, don't be hateful, be friendly to people, and then hopefully people will like you and like your commentary style and they'll stick around for a bit. Also, in terms of what to talk about in your commentaries, this is something that really bugs me, and some people might argue with me, but I really think you should spend the smallest amount of time promoting yourself and talking about your channel in videos. For me, personally, and not everyone does this, and a lot of people would argue with me, but I don't like it when people say, like my video. I don't like it when people say to subscribe, favourite, to check out my Facebook, my Twitter and stuff. I hate it when people spend like half a video just advertising themselves and the video that you're already watching. Like, people on YouTube are very impatient, you know. Videos are getting shorter and shorter and the attention span is getting smaller and smaller, and for someone to click on your video is quite a big investment, especially if it's a 20-minute Let's Play video. Someone saying, I'm gonna sit here for 20 minutes and not watch any other videos. I mean, I'm sure they're on Twitter and Facebook and all this other stuff at the same time, but 20 minutes is a large investment of time, and you want that time to be filled with as much entertainment as possible. And if at the beginning of the video you're saying, hi, like, welcome to my video, make sure that if you enjoy the video you give it a rate, you know, I love those thumbs up, it really helps out my channel, and of course make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and why not try sending this video to one of your friends, and if I get 50 likes then I'm going to do a big giveaway. And you can also check out my Facebook page where I post links about the videos that you're already watching, and you can go to my Twitter page where I tweet about the videos that I've uploaded just in case you missed the videos. And you spend so long advertising the bloody video but not doing anything, and like, I just get so fed up with that kind of stuff. I mean, it seems to bother me more than it does other people, but I get so annoyed with it. I want, like, if I'm doing a video, a Minecraft Let's Play, I'm going to do a Minecraft Let's Play where I'm playing Minecraft and I'm talking about Minecraft, and that's what it's all about. I'm not promoting my new range of t-shirts which I've just bought out, because I can promote that elsewhere. I can do that in a tweet or on my Facebook page or somewhere where people that do want to find out more about me or my channel, they can go to that place. The video should be about whatever the title of the video is about. Don't spend half your video promoting yourself and just talking about your channel, and don't spend ages sort of letting people know about like your future projects. You know, like, a lot of people sort of talk about like, oh, my channel's going to be growing, I'm going to be doing all these really cool stuff, and when I get this many subscribers I'm going to do this, or just like updating. Like, there's so many videos that people post with like a channel update where they'll upload a video just saying like, oh, well, then I'm not going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing this. Don't worry about those videos because they're boring. Don't get in the mindset that everyone is just completely loyal to you and they're not watching other people's videos. Like, most people on YouTube are subscribed to probably about 100 people, maybe more. Some people a few less, but probably about 100 people. And there's a lot of videos they're watching. They're not just watching your videos. So don't be like arrogant to think that they're just coming back to you and they really care about you and your channel. Some people might do. Some like genuine people would, but chances are they've got a list of videos on their subscriptions page and they're going to watch your video and someone else's video and someone else's video, and so they're not really going to care about your channel update videos where you're going to talk about what you're doing in the future, just do it. You don't need to tell people about it. Like, if you're going on holiday for 2 weeks and you're not going to be uploading, you could upload like a video saying, hey, I'm going to be away, or I don't know. If there is a big change, then yeah, let people know, but don't like every few months just keep updating people about all of your little projects in the series that are going to be coming out soon. Just do them, and then if they like them, people will watch them. That's the way you should do it. Another good tip is to practice before you upload your first video. And I mean, like, don't make practice videos to upload. Just try getting used to speaking into a microphone. And some people are just natural. I've had people doing dual commentaries. I've had mates come on and talk into my mic, and they've just been fine. They've just sat down and they just speak like they'd speak to me. But for a lot of people, that is very difficult. And for me as well, I struggled a lot with getting comfortable speaking into a microphone and not finding it weird. And you might find the first time you sit down and you're in a room by yourself, maybe you can hear like your mum in the background doing the washing or cleaning something, and you're going to feel really awkward just speaking into a mic. And that will pass, but just being natural and confident and being yourself while trying to be entertaining is awkward, and it's quite difficult, and it takes practice. As I said, some people it takes more practice than others. So what I recommend doing is doing a few videos with no intention to upload them, so you're really confident, and just practice making videos, practice speaking before you go and upload your first video. Because I mean, your first videos don't matter all that much because not many people are going to be watching. When you make a new channel and you upload your first video, not many people are going to watch it and don't expect them to. So it doesn't matter that much. It's more about whether you got consistently good videos rather than your first videos. But before you take the leap and put that first video online saying like, right, this is me, hello, this is the kind of video I'm going to make, if you like them, stick around. Before you do that, have a bit of practice before you go and put that first one up, and make sure you got good production values. Don't, as I said earlier, don't do standard definition videos. It's a good starting point, but don't expect to make it anywhere with standard definition. The world has moved to HD now. The world's got more pixels in it, so you got to keep up with that, because a lot of people will click on a video, and if they see that you're filming your TV off your iPhone, they're not going to watch it. Unless you've got good video and audio quality, there's a good chance a lot of people are going to click off straight away. So even if you are really funny and entertaining and the video is amazing, a lot of people won't watch for long enough to get to that point to find out. So make sure you're using HD, and just small, simple little things just make videos better. Always make sure your audio is in sync, like your commentary is in sync with the gameplay. And a lot of people send me videos and there'll be like a creeper coming towards them, and then they'll not say anything, and then the creeper will blow up, and then like a few seconds later they go, oh my god, a creeper, and then it just ruins it. Like, if the audio is even slightly out of sync or there's a bit of echo, once you've noticed that, all you're going to be doing is focusing on that. Once the audience realises that something's not right and the audio isn't where it's supposed to be, they're just going to be focusing on that, and they're not going to be listening to what you're saying. A lot of people are like that. I mean, I know I'm like that, and it's not a major thing. Like, people will still watch, but it's so easy. It's such a small thing just to get it in sync. There's no reason why you shouldn't. And if you want a tip to get it exactly right, what I do before I do a video is I go on the pause menu and I say up, down, up, down. And as I say up, down, I press up, down on the D-pad, like to move up and down on the menu. So then when I sync up, then I can just go and like sync up me saying up, down with the menu going up and down. And I think that's the easiest way I found to do it. I mean, you could go like boom, and as you say boom, you'll make your character punch or shoot depending on what game you're playing, you know. Like, there's a lot of ways you could do it, but I think just going on the menu, it's like very quick and responsive. Saying up, down is a great like point for you to sync up your audio and make sure you get it right. Also, for your opening and the end of your video, you shouldn't just cut it off. You shouldn't just go like thanks for watching, bye, and it just cuts off, because that's a bit jarring. You could have like an end screen where you have like click here for next video is always a good idea. I've decided not to do that just because it's something that I didn't want to do, but at least just fading in the video and fading in the audio. Say if there's like music playing in the background, if it's a Minecraft video, fade in the audio just so it sounds a little bit nicer. And you could have an intro. I mean, you don't need an intro. And what I would say though is if you are going to have an intro for your videos, make it short. don't have a 15-minute intro. Don't have a montage at the beginning of every video, and don't make it too dramatic. Like, especially if you are doing Minecraft Let's Play videos, don't go like Stampylongnose on Minecraft, and have all like horns playing and fireworks and stuff, and then it suddenly cuts to you going, "Hi, my name's Stampylongnose and welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play video," because you don't want your intro to build your videos up as something more epic than they actually are. Like, what I've done is kind of similar to what the Yourcast has done, and I've just put my own music in the background and had text come up on screen, which adds a little bit of production values. It makes it look a little bit better than your average Joe Let's Play, and it also doesn't take up any time whatsoever. It's the same as if the video just started, but it also gives me that bit of identity. You know, people will associate that copyright-free music that I downloaded from a kid's music CD. They'll associate that with my Minecraft Let's Play. So that's a good way of doing it. But you could have just a very short, like, I'd say no longer than 5 seconds intro, where it will just come up with your name and go like, "Oh," and do like a little sound effect, or like a little audio loop would be okay. But don't go over the top with the intro. Don't make it more dramatic and epic and like massive than what your videos are, because it will just make the video that comes after it look bad. Don't steal intros from someone else. If you do have an intro, make sure it's copyrighted. Like, there's a lot of websites where you make like template intros. Make sure you read like all of the contracts and stuff, and make sure that if you put adverts on it, you don't have to send them any money, stuff like that. But don't worry too much about your intro and stuff like that. That isn't the thing that's going to make people click on your video. It's how good the actual content is, not how good the intro is. And another good thing is to make a consistent series. Make sure people will come back again and again. Like, I do my Minecraft Let's Play video and they carry on like one after the other. You know, I say I'll come back next video and I'm going to be building this. Like, have a reason for people to like keep coming like back. Don't just upload random videos every now and then. And if you do have a consistent series, like, make sure you upload regularly. Don't start a Let's Play of a game, upload 5 videos in 5 days, then have a 2-week gap, because then anyone that was following that series has now forgotten about it and they probably won't click on the next one. But also, and probably even more importantly than having a consistent series, don't exclude newcomers. And I think that a problem with a lot of Let's Players is that they kind of assume that their audience has watched every single video, and they'll keep making personal jokes about stuff that's happened in old videos, and like, they won't explain at the beginning of a video what they're doing and what they've done so far. And if someone clicks on that video, it's going to seem a bit like an exclusive club, and I don't know, it's going to be tough for them to get involved with what's happening in the video if they don't know what's come before it. And there's a few ways you can get around this. For my 1,000 subscriber videos landmarks, I've done videos to sort of bring people up to speed. Like when I did my 1,000 subscribers video, I did a video which was like a montage of best bits, and that was a good way for like to bring people up to speed. And for my 2,000 subscribers video, I did like a tour of my own world, and what I did is I left links on the top of the screen so people could go and check out past videos, and it sort of brought people up like to speed with what I had built, and sort of I talked about what I got up to. And also I just explain things at the beginning of the video. I normally, like, sometimes I fail, like sometimes something funny happens and I get distracted, but I normally say like where I'm going, what I'm going to be building, and I keep like referring back to things that I've done. Like, say if I mention Gregory, my dog. When I mention Gregory, I say, oh, and Gregory was like my first dog in Minecraft, but sadly he died. And like, I don't just speak about him as if everyone is going to know who he is and everyone's seen all my videos, because if they haven't, and a lot of them haven't seen my first videos, then I'm just going to be excluding them from that little joke or that little part of the video. And you don't want to exclude people. You want everyone to join in and want to come back and keep watching your videos. And what you want is you want it to seem like it is like a special little exclusive club, but everyone's welcome. You know, you want people to want to go back and watch your old videos and want to become part of Stampy's lovely world, this group of people that understands what I've built and what I'm doing and sort of what I'm like. And like things like the love garden, like when I add someone to the love garden, I normally mention what the love garden is. I put down a sign and I'm going to add Bob to the love garden because he left a comment saying my hair looks nice or something like that. I will then say, oh, if you don't know what my love garden is, by the way, it's a place where I put down a sign and give someone a shout out, and then they know what's going on, and then they might leave a comment trying to get in the love garden as well. So things like that are good. Make sure you explain what's going on and make sure that things are only funny if you know what came before them. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of the tips I can give you for making your first videos. I mean, the last thing I want to say is, if you can, try and be original. And it's very difficult to be original because everyone and their mums is making YouTube videos on all sorts of games. It's very hard to be original nowadays. So, as I said, as long as you're being yourself, then the chances are you're going to accidentally become original anyway. Don't go and look at popular YouTubers or YouTubers that make videos that you like and try and be them. Do things in your own way and have your own style of videos, and then hopefully if you keep making enough videos and people enjoy your videos, you can slowly work on building your audience. But as I said, that's pretty much all I've got to talk about for chapter 2 in terms of how to make your first video. And then chapter number 3, I'm going to be going into the stuff that probably a lot of you are very interested in if you are trying to make it big on YouTube. And that's sort of how to promote yourself and create a brand, and that sort of kind of boring logistical stuff, but it's kind of quite important if you do want to make it on YouTube. So make sure you stay tuned for that in 1 second. Chapter number 3, the YouTube stuff. Okay, so you've got your first video ready and you can't wait to upload it. Don't go straight to YouTube and just press upload and then worry about everything else afterwards. If you've already got a YouTube account which you've just had saved anyway, and you just upload videos of you and your mates jumping off things or whatever you use your YouTube account for, don't just start shoving gameplay videos on there. This is a good opportunity for you to do something which I never did, and that is to come up with a good username and to start creating your brand. And that might sound stupid, the fact that I'm saying creating a brand, like, especially if you are uploading your first video, but now's the time to start thinking about it, because now is like the time when you've got the freedom to have your brand, like, no matter what you want. Once you've been making videos for a while, you're going to kind of create a brand accidentally yourself by whatever your videos are like. But if you start off from the very beginning knowing what you want, like, your videos to be like, and knowing who you want your audience to be, then you can sort of tailor all of your content to that audience and to make sure it all fits in within your brand. I mean, I have rubbish brand identity because I have 2 different YouTube accounts, one called Stampylongnose, one called Stampylonghead, and at the beginning I say Stampylongnose, like, hello, this is Stampylongnose, and my channel says Stampylonghead, and it's confusing, which is why you're going to very slowly see me sort of dropping the long nose. I'm going to drop my long nose until it hits the floor. I'm going to, like, get rid of the long nose, not with surgery, but just not mentioning it. So, like, you might have noticed already that I've changed the name of my channels, one to Stampy Gameplay Commentary or Gameplay Video, something like that, and one to Stampy Let's Play. So it's very clear that it's Stampy in both channels, but one's Let's Play videos, one's more traditional gaming content. So that's the plan. And then in the beginning of the videos, unfortunately, I'm sure some people aren't going to like it because people don't like change. But at the start of my videos, I'm not going to be going, hello, this is Stampylongnose and welcome to a Minecraft. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be going like, hi, this is Stampy and welcome to... I'm going to drop the long nose. As weird as it sounds, me saying that I'm going to drop my long nose. That's what I'm going to have to do just so my brand is going to be Stampy, and that's why I got rid of the picture of that little orange cat, my fidget skin on Minecraft, and I got like the sun and the clouds, and I'm still going to rearrange that logo a bit, and I'm not completely set on it, but I want a Stampy brand which is outside of Minecraft, which is why I don't want the Minecraft avatar or Minecraft imagery, so there's no copyright worries. And also what I said about earlier, I don't want to tie myself down to one game. I want it to be, I am Stampy, and this is my image or my style, which can go across everything I do, whether it be my podcast, my Facebook page, my Twitter, my YouTube channels, and I don't know, possibly down the road, like merchandise, t-shirts, you know, they could have my logo or whatever I end up having. And I think that's the best way to go about it. I mean, it's rubbish for me because I've made my YouTube channels and I'm not remaking them. My channels are Stampylongnose and Stampylonghead, which is a bit confusing for people, and I can't change that, but you can, because if you're just starting your YouTube channel now, really think about your username and think about it to, like, what type of videos you're going to make. If you're going to be doing tutorial videos on Call of Duty, you're going to be saying about the best places to go when you want to use this gun with this attachment. Think about a channel which will be set for that, you know. You want to call it, like, it's okay to call it blah blah snipe saws or something like that. I mean, what I would say is try and have it just one word or like just a few words. Try not to have like numbers at the end. Try not to be Mr. Snipertron 2964, and try to not spell your word with like symbols and numbers in the name. Like, say if you're calling yourself Snipernator, don't spell it like S like 1N 3. You know, you don't want to spell it with numbers, because that way, when you explain to someone what your channel is, you've got to say like, oh, I'm called Snipernator, but instead of an I you got a 1, and instead of an E you got a 3, and like you got to explain it to people. Like, for me, at least with my channel, they can say, what's your channel? And I just say, search into YouTube Stampylongnose and you'll find me. That's easy. They don't have to write anything down. So try and have a clear username which is easy to spell, easy to pronounce, and you want to say that when someone hears it, they can easily type it in. If you call yourself Deflorian Flux or something like that, people are going to be like, well, how do I spell that? You know, you want to be something relatively short and relatively easy, and then once you've got that name, and I mean, it should be personal to you. I'm not going to suggest what it should be. It should be something to do with you. And once you've got that name, have it across everything. Don't, in your videos, say like, hey, this is Bob, and then your channel is called Dan. You don't want to do that. You want whatever you introduce yourself as and refer to yourself as, that should be the name of your channel, because it's easier like that. Like, for example, I don't want to be calling him out on this, like he's a good mate of mine, but my friend Comic, who builds a lot of amazing worlds, and his channel is growing amazingly, so he's probably a bad example because of how successful he is, but he refers to himself on Xbox as Comic1111, but his YouTube channel is Comlit. So it's like Comic or Comlit, and they're similar, but they're still slightly different. And I mean, he's much more about the amazing builds that he does on Minecraft and showing them off. He's not a Let's Player per se, and so I don't think it's affecting him so much. But at the start of his videos, you'll often hear him, like, you'll hear him saying, "Hi, this is Comic11111," or Comlit on YouTube, and he's kind of, I don't know, he hasn't got that one identity of Comic or Comlit, but luckily his videos are good enough, and his buildings in Minecraft are good enough that he's still getting the views anyway. But I mean, if you do listen to this, Comic, I don't want you to think that I'm having a go at you. I'm saying, I don't know, maybe try changing your gamer tag, I guess would be the safest way. Change your gamer tag to Comlit, or at least Comlit234, or at least something, so it's just one brand identity, and that way it's the same across all areas, and people have more chance of remembering you. And it can go across to your, as I said, your Facebook and your Twitter, and it'd be good to get a YouTube background. And YouTube backgrounds are a bit weird because, like, they're a bit awkward to make, especially if you're not a partner, because you don't get that banner, you don't have that big space on the top of your YouTube page. You only get that when you're a partner, and I'm not a partner, so I don't have that yet. And so what I recommend doing is, at first, before you even upload your first video, make any type of background. You can download a template from anywhere. Even if you're not good with computers, go into Microsoft Paint, Photoshop if you have it, and just put like a gradient in the background, like one color fading to the other, or even like a solid like background, and then just put some text written vertically on the side saying like Bob's Gaming Channel, just so when people click on it, it looks a little bit nicer, and people, when they look at your channel, there's text saying that it is you. And then once you build up a bit of publicity, the chances are you're going to get sent a lot of messages from people that are practicing graphics design and that they want to make you your background. All of my backgrounds that I've had done have been made by other people, and I haven't even paid any of them. They've just sent me a message saying, "Hey, I like your videos. I notice your background's rubbish. Do you want me to make you a better one?" And I've always said yes. And because of that, I got a background. And I'm not saying that is going to happen, but ask your mates. I mean, I'm sure you got friends in school or work or wherever you are. Just go up to ask them and say like, "Hey, like, you're good with Photoshop. Can you just do something simple? You don't have to spend loads of time on it. Just make something that looks a little bit nicer, and have any sort of background, at least just your writing on the background of your YouTube channel. And whatever color scheme you use and whatever design you use for that, make sure that is consistent with everything you produce, like if you do have a Facebook or a Twitter and stuff. And if you do make a Facebook and a Twitter page, don't spend ages plugging it. Like I said in the past video, you don't want to start your video saying like, hi, like my video, subscribe. You don't want to spend ages doing that because that stuff's boring. You also don't want to spend half your time saying, check out my Facebook page and check out my Twitter page and that, because once again, that's a little bit boring. And especially when you're starting, say if you there got 20 subscribers, there's no point in you plugging your Facebook page because like there's only going to be like a maximum of 20 people going to check it out. You know, it's not a big enough audience to be worth doing. And if you do your Twitter and your Facebook and stuff, don't just have all of your tweets and all of your status updates on your Facebook page saying, I have a new video, watch it. There's so many people like other YouTubers that I love their videos, so I follow them on Twitter so I can talk to them and stuff, and they'll just tweet saying, hi, uploaded a new video, click here to watch it. And like, okay, I'm sure a few people might watch it that otherwise wouldn't, but I think they're really not making the most out of the medium. Like on my Facebook page, I post usually about twice a day, and I'm putting screenshots of stuff. I like allow people to vote, like say like when I made my chicken farm, I allowed people to vote on which chicken names they want to use, and I sometimes put videos early, like I put a video up unlisted and I let people on my Facebook page see it early. And above anything else, it's a way to interact with people, like outside of YouTube comments, which is a really annoying way to have a conversation. You can have private messages with people, they can send you pictures of stuff they built, and do it as like a little community around your channel rather than just a way to promote your videos. Because you've got to remember, if they're following you on Twitter and liking your Facebook page, they're already a fan. They're already invested in you and your videos, and they're watching your videos, because otherwise they wouldn't bother going to that extra social like media outlets. You know, they wouldn't bother liking your Facebook page if they didn't like your videos. So the chances are they're going to be watching most of the videos anyway, and it's okay to give them a nudge and say, oh, just in case you missed it, I uploaded a video that I spent a while working on, why don't you go check it out? It's fine to do that, but try and do it in like a more jokey way rather than just like an automatic retweet thing. And so you don't need to be promoting your videos. You should use it as a place to communicate with your fans, and I think if you reply to your comments and you talk to everyone, then I think there's a much better chance of them like sticking with you. Like, I mean, you can only do it like when you're a smaller channel. It gets to a certain point. Like once you get to the point where you're like the Yogcast, and they get thousands and thousands and thousands of comments probably like every minute, they're not going to go and reply to everyone. But when you're starting, reply to every single comment. Like, you're going to be getting 10 comments a day, whatever. Just at the end of your day, go through and say, thanks for watching my videos, cheers if they were nice. If they hated on your video, ignore it. Do not reply to haters and trolls. That's what they want you to do, just ignore them. But any messages that say nice video, or they say, oh, why don't you try doing this, just say, oh, thanks for the suggestion, thanks for watching my videos. And people remember it. People like that stuff. People will comment more in the future, like hoping they get a reply. And if they watch one of your videos and then you reply to their comment and they hadn't subscribed, when they go back on YouTube the next day and they say like, oh, a message, oh, so they replied to my comment, then they check out your video again, they remember your video, and then that time they might watch one of the next videos or subscribe. So it's actually a good way to gain subscribers, is talking to people and replying to their comments and giving people a reason to come back to your channel and just to like remember who you are. In terms of when you're actually going to upload your video, so you got your username sorted, you've made your YouTube channel, you've got a fancy pants background, you're just about to upload your first video, you press upload, and then a screen will come up and it will say like, right, do the boring bit, do your description, write a title, fill out your tags, pick a thumbnail, and you've got all that stuff to do. And at first it can seem like a bit of a chore, but trust me, you get used to it and you become better at it. For your title, you've got to think about it in two ways. One, it needs to be relevant to the video, and it's good if it can be a bit funny or a bit witty, maybe put a pun in there. I try to do that sometimes, but they're normally not. I mean, don't put a joke in the bloody title. But the main thing you want to do is make your title something that people are going to search for. I think a lot of people always assume that the chances of you coming up in the search engine depends on just your tags. It's not. The title is the biggest thing. And what you want to do is think about, if you were searching for the video you just made, so say if you did a video doing a tutorial on how to brew potions in Minecraft, think about what you would search for if you were searching for that video. So you'll probably search how to brew potions in Minecraft Xbox. Make sure in your title you have like how to brew potions in Minecraft Xbox. If you're making an animal farm, call it Animal Farm. I actually had this before. I made a video where I built an animal farm, And in the farm, I named the cows moo-moos, I named the pigs piggywigs, and I named the sheep wallies. And Ank said to me, "Oh, you should name the video like Moo Moo." Oh, sorry, I just punched the mic there. "You should name the video Moo Moos, Piggywigs, and Woolies. That would be a funny title." And it would have been a better title than what I picked. But who's going to search into YouTube Moo Moos, Piggywigs, and Woolies? No one, unless they're literally insane like I am. No one would think about that or search for that. So I named the video Minecraft Xbox Animal Farm, and then the number of the episode. And it got quite a lot of views, because if you search now Minecraft Xbox Animal Farm, I'm like 3 videos down. And so you've got to get the right balance between a good and interesting title and it being something that people are actually going to search for, and make sure it's relevant to the video. Don't do a fake title, and especially with thumbnails, if it gets to a point where you're allowed to pick custom thumbnails, make sure your thumbnail is just completely relevant to the video. For me, I don't like custom thumbnails. I wish that they allowed it so that you could pick a point in the video and have that as your thumbnail. Pick a very specific point, not choose one of 3. And I wish they allowed you to add text, say if you wanted to add a number. But I don't like custom thumbnails, because so many people abuse it, and they'll be like, "Here's a video about how to make potions in Minecraft," and then they have a picture in their thumbnail of a potion, and then just a naked woman brewing a potion, a sexy scientist making a potion. And that video is going to get 5 times as many views as a better video, which is just a thumbnail which is taken from the video. So for me, all my thumbnails pretty much are taken from the actual video, just so, I don't know, people can see what they're clicking on. There's a few occasions where, if I'm featuring a world of actually taking the time to make a custom thumbnail, I've turned off the HUD, turned off my hand, and sort of set up a nice looking angle, which is fine because it's showing what is in the video. And if it's a game like Terraria, which is a kind of zoomed out camera 2D game, and all of the thumbnails would just look a mess, or a game like Spelunky is a good example. You realise I used a proper custom thumbnail for Spelunky because it's a 2D platformer, and if you looked at a little thumbnail of it, you couldn't be able to see anything. It would be rubbish. No one would click on it. So for that, it's okay to use custom thumbnails. But for first person or third person games, things like Minecraft, I recommend using an actual screenshot from the video. And don't be lazy. Don't make a custom thumbnail. Don't write Minecraft Let's Play, have a picture of Steve and a creeper, and then a number underneath that says 1. And then for your next video, change that number to a 2. And then for your next video, change that number to a 3. Because those thumbnails are boring, Unless you're already invested in the series, you're not going to click on that because there's nothing entertaining. Try and pick a thumbnail where something exciting's happening. You got a dog close up to the camera, or you're fighting a zombie or something. Because that way, there's more chance people are going to click on it anyway than sort of some rubbishy custom thumbnail that you could make in Photoshop. So yeah, your title, make it something that people are going to search for, but make it relevant. Your tags are kind of the same. Actually, I can talk a little bit more about tags because this is quite important. Once again, think about every possibility that someone could search for. So say if someone's trying to find out how to kill a certain boss in a game, search for type in the name of the game, type in playthrough, type in walkthrough, type in let's play, type in the name of the boss, type in the name of the level the boss is on, then type in things like how to, type in guide, type in best, type in most. Also good ones are new, today, and then the date, because a lot of people search for new, and best and most is also a good one. Make sure you type in the platform. So if it's on Xbox, type in Xbox, type in the fact that the video is HD. Some people literally search for HD, and think of everything. Also put in the tags the name of your channel, so that when people search for your channel, there's more chance of one of your videos coming up rather than a video that someone else has made about you. And just think of every possibility that someone could search for and put that in the tags, and then you should have pretty good tags. And for the description, make sure when you're describing what happens in the video, make that very short. I try and do it in 1, if not 2 sentences. I have a paragraph which I have on all my Minecraft videos that says, "Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. In this Let's Play series, I'm going to show you everything I build and everything that I've been getting up to in Minecraft." A very simple paragraph that sums up the Let's Play as a whole. And above that, I have 1 sentence that says what is happening in the video. It will say, "In this video, I try and build a roller coaster." And then people immediately know. They don't have to read, like, people aren't going to read through all your description if you've written like multiple paragraphs. And at the very top, the most important thing is a link to the next part in the video. So say if it's on part number 2, the first thing you want to see in the description is part number 3, especially right at the top, because that comes up before you have to extend it. You always want it to be really easy for people to get to your next video, you know? Like, if people have to search around for the next part in the series, there's a good chance they're going to get bored and not bother. You want it straight away at the top, easily click on it and go to the next one. You also want to think about when you're uploading videos, what time you upload it. And not a lot of people know this, but you can do like schedule uploads. But also, if you upload a video and leave it set on private, it won't send it to your subscribers. But when you then set the video to public, it will notify all your subscribers that you've just uploaded the video. So what I do, I upload several videos in advance. I'm normally about 5 videos behind the most recent one, or 5 videos ahead of the most recent one. So I'll upload a video, but leave it private, and then wait until like I want to upload it, and then set it to public. And if you're only uploading 1 video a week, upload it on Friday or Saturday. Over the weekend, you'll get so many more views than during the week because a lot more people are at home. And something else you want to think about is the time you upload it. Evenings is the most popular time when people are home from work and school. And also think about a good time that would translate across all of the different time zones. I find that probably the best time for me is around 8:30 p.m. GMT time. So 8:30 in the UK, which translates to generally about 3:30 in America, depending on what coast. And that's kind of a good medium. So people in America are just getting home from school, while people in England are generally still awake because most people will go to bed at some point after 9. At 8:30, most people are still awake in the UK. I mean, if they're an adult, they're probably going to be up to about midnight anyway. So I find between 7 and 9 are probably your peak hours for getting both time zones. If you're in the UK, if you're in America, try uploading probably about 5 o'clock in America, maybe slightly later, depending like how international your audience is. And as I said, also try and upload your videos on weekend. And something else you want to bear in mind, I have got a list here, by the way, if I sound a bit disjointed. I'm kind of going through the list, but not in order. I'm just sort of picking things off from it when I find it's relevant to talk about. I'm sorry if my voice is going. I've been like recording all this podcast back to back, and my voice is suffering. And I know I have to keep like swallowing and breathing in, so there's a lot of awkward pauses. So hopefully you don't mind that. But yeah, something else to bear in mind is annotations. And annotations are great. It's an amazing thing. It makes videos interactive, and it's something that is good about YouTube videos when compared to TV programs. But calm down. Just because you can add them doesn't mean you need to cover your page with them. Like when I click on a YouTube video and I see in the top left hand corner it says subscribe, in the top right hand corner it says click here to go to the next video, in the bottom left hand corner it says click here to go to the playlist, and if you click in the bottom right hand corner you go to your Facebook page, and I see all that stuff, I'm just like immediately turn annotations off. I don't want any of that stuff. And for me, I say I like add an annotation in probably about 1 of every 100 videos. I don't like annotations when they're covering the screen. I think at the end of a video, like when it's in like the last 20 seconds, you could add one that says click here to see the next part. Or if you do like a dedicated screen at the end of your video, not the beginning, at the end of your video that says click here to see the latest episode, click here to see a random video, that kind of stuff, that's fine, that stuff's cool. I've chose not to do it for my own reasons, but if you want to do that, add annotations then. But don't cover the screen in annotations like over your whole video. I think when they're used best is when you mention something in the video. You mention, oh, by the way, I made a video a few weeks ago and this happens. When I'm mentioning that video, I could have a link pop up saying, click here if you want to check it out. Or to correct yourself is another good time. Say if in the video I say, hi, my name is Joe and I'm 21 years old. And then I suddenly realise, oh, wait a minute, it was my birthday last week, I'm 22. I could have like an annotation pop up that says, sorry, I'm actually 22. That stuff's fine. Sometimes like as a joke, like I've done it a few times where I did it on the building contest video where I asked you to vote on who built the best boat. I don't know if you saw that video or not. And in it I say that you could either vote for boat number A or boat number B. And I just put a little annotation that pops up that just says boat number A ... Basically taking the piss out of me that I think letters are numbers. That kind of stuff is okay as long as it's only up for like a few seconds and like quite small in the corner, but don't cover your screen in annotations because you're going to piss a lot of people off, and the chances are people aren't going to be clicking on that stuff anyway. They're just going to be watching your video, you know. I'm very much in the mindset of I make a video for you to watch and enjoy that video for what it is. I'm not promoting it or adding fluff around the outside of it. I'm making a video about Minecraft or whatever game it is, and in that video I'm going to talk about that game. I'm going to try and be entertaining if I can. If not, I'm going to try and be informal, and then you don't have to worry about anything else. If you enjoy it, the chances are you're going to go and watch another video. Another big thing, and this is something that I really want you to, I mean, you can ignore me, but please try and at least question your mentality on this if you disagree with me. I believe that you should not put any adverts on your videos unless they're getting enough views for it to be worth it. And some people might be like, as soon as they're getting like 100 views a video, they might be like, oh wow, I'm getting 100 views a video, shove some adverts on there, I'm going to make some money from that. If you're getting 100 views per video, in a week you're going to be making like, I don't know, about a fiver, maybe about £5 if you're lucky. And to be honest, you've got to be lucky as well, because normally if you're earning that much, some partnerships and monetizing don't actually pay you unless you're earning like £40 a week or something like that. And so what I recommend doing, don't put any adverts on until you're getting a decent number of views. I'm not saying like don't put any on until you're getting tens of thousands. Like, I'd say a good way to do it is once you're averaging about 1,000 views per video, that's a good sign to start getting your adverts on. And you can set up having adverts. You could get partnered before putting on adverts, and you could do like monetizing with Google AdSense, which is what I do, and you could get that all set up, but just choose to not put on the advert. So say if one video suddenly blows up and gets like 1 million views, you can be ready to just press one button and shove an advert on there and make the most of it. But for me, I think that when you're starting a channel and just trying to build an audience for like the first time, don't put adverts on, because that could put some people off. Like, if you're building a channel and you're not getting enough views to make like decent money anyway, you might as well keep your videos like advertising clean and make sure no one's going to click off because they don't want to wait for an advert to play. And then once you get bigger, then start thinking about getting partnered and getting advertised. And be warned, if you do make it and if you do start growing and getting like a few thousand subscribers, you are going to get spammed messages about partnership. And to be honest, even when you're a very small channel, you're probably going to get sent messages as well. You're going to get messages from like TGN and people and all these other partnering networks, and they're all going to say they're the best partnership and like they're going to give you the most money and it's the best contract, and they're all going to say how amazing they are. Don't, when you get your first message, them offering you partnership, don't go, oh my god, I got offered a partnership, press yes, press yes, press yes, and then get stuck in a contract that you're going to regret later on. I spoke to a lot of people that have been partnered and they hate it. They've really regretted it, and they said they've earned more money doing monetizing and that they can't get out the contract, and sometimes they don't get paid and they can't get in contact with anyone. A lot of partnerships are rubbish and they just want to make as much money as they can. So what I recommend doing is, at first, just going with Google AdSense. And if you don't know what Google AdSense is, I guess you can Google it. Excuse the bad pun for Google AdSense. And it's basically, they put adverts on your videos. You're not partnered. You don't get any partner benefits. But for every view you get, Google gets a percentage and you get a percentage. And if you get enough views, you can make decent money. There's no contract. You can get out of it whenever you want and get partnered if you want. But it's a good way to start earning money, maybe get the money back from your capture card or to buy more games without getting tied in with anyone. And then really do your research, find out which partnership's fine for you. There's a lot out there, obviously TGN, TGS or the Game Station, Machinima is obviously very popular. And don't don't let it go to your head when you start getting offers. You have the choice. TGN are going to partner pretty much anyone. Machinima, you send them a message, they're going to partner you. But I think TGS are a bit more exclusive. But most partnerships, if you're getting enough views and you send them a message, they will partner you. You know, don't just think, oh my god, I got an offer, I got to take that before I miss this opportunity. Really see who's going to give you the most flexibility, who's going to promote you the most, and obviously who's going to give you the most money for your views. You're earning the views, like you should get a good cut of it. So don't rush into something like that. And as I said, don't put adverts on your videos until it's worth the bother of doing it. Also, another big one, especially once you're getting into the money stages and you are earning money, don't upload any copyrighted material whatsoever. Like, I know some of you think, oh, I made a montage and I used a song that's done by Dizzy Rascal and it fits perfectly and it's an amazing montage, and if I upload it to YouTube, it doesn't matter. They're just going to put a little thing in the description which is going to link you to iTunes so you can buy it. You can upload what you want, but you just can't earn money off it. It doesn't run like that. If you upload enough copyrighted material, you will get copyright strikes. Once you have 3 copyright strikes, you're out. They shut down your channel. You can argue it, but I mean, what are you going to argue? I mean, you have nowhere to stand at any point. Any gameplay you upload or any song you upload, if the publisher doesn't want that video to be there and they say take that down, they're totally in their right to do that. So just avoid it whatsoever. Gameplay is so awkward to find out. Like, can you monetize it? Do you have to send any money to the publisher? Like, can you put adverts on it? It's such a hassle. And I've had copyright strikes from uploading gameplay, which has just been like Call of Duty gameplay, and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't, and it's a mess. So what I recommend doing, do your research, look up online, like there's loads of forums about this kind of stuff, find out which games are okay to upload, which games are okay to monetize and make money off, and really do your research about stuff like that. And I mean, in terms of putting adverts on videos, you may even notice on my channel, I only put adverts on my Minecraft videos, and it's kind of goes into what I said earlier about there's no point putting adverts until you're getting a certain amount of views. And if I upload an ICO video and it's going to get 25 views, I'd rather have that advert clean and then not worry about it. And then a video which is going to get enough views to be worth my time putting money on it, I'll put money on it. I mean, I wish I could have no adverts on any of my videos whatsoever, but unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. I need to make money. This has become like my part-time job now. And so I've completely lost my point. Was I saying, yeah, so copyright material, really do your research, find out like whether you can put adverts on it or not. Minecraft, if that's what you are planning to do, is fine. Terraria is also fine, and most indie games are fine, but big like games from publishers, anything published by Microsoft like Halo, you can't put adverts on that unless you got a contract with Machinima or something and they have the copyright for you to do that and to earn money off it. So do be careful with stuff like that. And now I'm going to move on to probably the most important part if you're making videos. Actually, probably not. Probably the actual videos is the most important part. But I'm going to now talk about how to get people to watch your videos, and how you manage to get subscribers. So how to get views and subscribers, in my opinion. And I'm going to sound a bit negative here for a bit, and I'm going to tell you what you shouldn't do. And this is based off... it's not based off personal experience because I've never done it, but it's sort of based off personal experience on the other end. Do not ask for shout-outs and do not promote yourself by commenting on other people's videos. Don't go round to like every big YouTuber and send a message saying, hey, can you watch my video? And don't like go into comment sections and say like, oh, everyone come and check out my channel, I make Minecraft Let's Play videos. Do not do that. It's such like a shameless way to try and promote your channel, and it's so frustrating when I get just sent messages saying like, hey, just watch my videos, or people just advertising themselves in comments, because if you do make it big, then all the other YouTubers are going to look down on you a bit for your kind of the way you promoted yourself. And I don't know, it just seems a bit needy, and it's a bit annoying, and most people don't like it, and to be honest, it doesn't work. I mean, you might get 1 or 2 random clicks on your channel, but to be honest, it's not an effective way to promote yourself. That is not gonna be the way you make yourself big. And I'm not saying never like show your videos to other people, never send your video to a YouTuber. Like if I get sent a message that says, hey, I make videos, check out my channel, here's a link, I'm not going to bother clicking on it because I get sent like 50 of them a day. But if I get sent a video saying, hi Stampy, like I watch your videos, I'm making something kind of similar, could you watch it, maybe give me some tips, like or if like their video is relevant somehow, like, oh hi, this video is like is in response to yours, or it's relevant somehow, can you check it out, and I can tell it's a personal message to me, then that's fine. But if it's like an obviously copy and pasted message they're sending to everyone, then I just don't bother. That's not the way to promote yourself. The way to get subscribers and to get views is to make lots of good quality videos. And I'm not saying my videos are amazing, but then again, I'm still a small channel, I haven't made it yet, essentially. Make lots of videos, and eventually one will make it big. If you keep uploading videos, like as many as you can, one video is going to one-off get a load of views for some reason. It'll be up high in the search engine, or it'll be in the related videos to a bigger video, and it's suddenly going to get a lot more views. If all your videos are good, then that video that makes it big should also be good, and hopefully a lot of the people that watch it will stick around and maybe subscribe and watch more of your videos. So all you want to do, if you want to make it big, do your descriptions good, do good tags, have good thumbnails, make good videos, upload regularly. Eventually you'll get noticed, and then once more people notice, you'll get more likes, which will share your video around more, and it will keep growing and growing and growing and growing. And I'm sorry, that isn't the answer you wanted to hear. That isn't the dream solution for how to get loads of subscribers, because you have to do hard work and it won't just be handed to you on a silver platter. But the way to make it is to make lots of videos. And there are other things you can do to help it. Collaborations with other YouTubers works. As I said, don't just send me a message saying, "Hi, can you shout out my channel, please?" Don't do that. I've never done that to anyone. Do collaborations with other YouTubers if you think it will improve the quality of your videos. Don't just do it like, "Hi, do you want to do a video together? Then you shout me out, then I shout you out, and we can share subs." Don't do that. That's shameless. That's not a good way to do it, unless it makes a good video. Like, I've done a few videos with other YouTubers and stuff, and I do it because I think it will improve the video. The video will be more entertaining with another YouTuber than it would be by myself. Like the speed building competitions. Do stuff like that. Even if it's just like with your mates that also don't have many subscribers, do it with each other just so you can at least share them around. And what you want to do, like for my speed building contest, for example, I've done that with other YouTubers rather than with subscribers, because it's interesting, because people can see like both views. They could watch my view and then they could go and watch the other person's view, and then they can sort of compare them, and it might make the video like a bit more interesting for them. And I'm also planning to do a few dual commentaries, mainly with iBallistic Squid, who I actually did a podcast with, so you probably have heard of him. And yeah, we're planning to do like some dual commentaries on adventure maps, just because I think that adventure maps are more fun with like more than one person, and because he's another YouTuber, he's got experience doing what I'm doing, so I know he's good at speaking, and he's also like got a capture card, so we can both easily record, and he sort of understands from my perspective. So I'm not gonna do a dual commentary with him because I want a load of subscribers. I'm going to do it because I think it would make my videos better, and I think that's the way to do it. And in the process of improving your videos and having them shared with a new audience, you should get more subs from that. But I think that's the way to look at it. Another good option is to upload your videos to community channels. Back in my Halo days, I uploaded a lot of videos to iHaloZone, and I think that got me a bunch of subscribers. Look around for different community channels. Don't just look for the ones with the most subs. Sort of look at the ones that upload quality content and that you want to get associated with. I mean, obviously look at the view counts, make sure it's worth your time, but I think it's much more about speaking to the people that run these community channels and make sure that they sort of do want the type of video that you're willing to offer them, and like send them your best stuff as well. And don't send them a video that you uploaded to your channel a month ago. Make a video specifically for them, and don't just spend the whole video plugging your own channel. You know, make a good video for them, and at the end say, if you like this video, you can come check out my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Don't spend like 20 minutes plugging your own channel, because that's not what these community channels want. That's not what they're about. And also, like an option outside of YouTube is getting in contact with a gaming website. And this is more if you're planning to do game reviews and previews and top 10s and tutorial videos. If you want to do that kind of stuff, message a gaming website and say, hey, I'm making YouTube videos. Did you want them? You know, like you don't have to pay for them. All I need to do, send me a review code. I'll do the review, and then you can have the video. And that's what I did. With the website called gamesthirst.com. They actually got in contact with me, and I've done a lot of reviews for them. I've had a lot of contact with them, and it's just, I mean, it's a good way to share your videos like with a bigger audience, and it's just a bit more official. Like if you're really going into making gaming videos as a job, and you're writing out your CV and you've written about what you've done, if you write, I've made gameplay commentaries on YouTube, that's not impressive. If you say, I produced high quality gaming video content for this website, like based in America or something like that, it just sounds a bit more official than just saying I make videos and I upload them to YouTube. Mum, aren't you proud of me? You know, it just sounds that bit more official. And as you gain subscribers, it should like correlate with like the improvements in your videos. Like there's a lot of people that are really trying to plug their channels and they're asking me for shout outs, and I look in their channel and they've made 5 videos. And I'm like, you're not ready to make it big if you've only made 5 videos. You're not experienced enough. Like, your videos can't be good enough in that time. And a lot of people are natural on the mic. And I'm not saying your first videos can't be good, but like most people improve the more videos they make. That's how it works. Like, I've spent years making videos and trying to get them as good as I can and working my way up. And now I'm finally getting rewarded because I think my videos are getting better from what they used to be. But if you've only made 3 videos, like, you're not ready to have 1,000 subscribers because, like, you're probably not good enough yet. And that's not me dissing anyone because, I mean, this isn't directed at anyone. I'm just saying, in general, it should be, as your videos get better, your, like, audience should be growing at the same time. So your videos are going to be getting better and better, so your audience gets bigger, and they should sort of move up on the same level. And so don't get downhearted if you start a YouTube channel and you're uploading your videos and you feel like you're getting no views. That's normal. That's what happens to everyone. There's so many commentators. It's hard to get noticed. Just don't get downhearted when the first video you make doesn't go viral and then you suddenly become the new Yogcast. It takes time. It takes practice. And don't think of it like every video you upload that doesn't get many views. Don't think of that as a failure. Think of it as practice. Think of it as you learning to make better videos. And it's not, I mean, the thing with YouTube, it's not about getting people to watch your videos. It's about once they do watch it and once they do click on your video, making sure they want to watch more of them. And like, it takes patience and it takes dedication, but if you enjoy it, it should also be like fun and probably a little bit addictive as well. So don't just worry about promoting all your videos like crazy to try and make people watch them. Just make sure your videos are good enough that when people do watch them, they do accidentally click on one, they're going to want to stick around and watch more of them. And that pretty much sums up my guide. Sorry that this podcast was probably boring to a lot of people, especially if you have no interest in YouTube, and I kind of rambled on a lot and mucked up a lot of my words and stuff. But it's very early in the morning as I'm recording this, and I've been recording for a long time, so go easy on me. My next podcast, I'll be back to normal. I'll be with a special guest, and it'll be much more about random conversations about whatever, and hopefully a bit more amusing and entertaining than this podcast. But this was something that I wanted to make, and hopefully it helps some of you out if you are starting on YouTube. But unfortunately, I have run out of time now and run out of voice, so that's going to be the end of this podcast. Make sure you come back and check out my next one once it's online. But that's the end of this podcast. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later, guys. Bye!